Hey guys, Omar here, broker and CEO of Alden Mortgage and Ome Realty. So this is going to be your mortgage rate update. We're going to go ahead and talk about the mortgage rate update, the current job market, what the new numbers were from the economic news release of the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it's you know what, we're getting to the point where I swear I'm gonna do this, okay? We're getting to the point where I'm just gonna go on OnlyFans and I'm gonna go ahead and take pictures of my thumbs, and I'm gonna dress them up real nice for you. I'm gonna make them like all pretty, because that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna go on OnlyFans and just take pictures of my thumbs. It's gonna be the thumb guy. I'm gonna dress them up, put little smiley faces on them, because this is some bullshit. Okay, so we're going to be pricing out 5 different mortgaging products. It's going to be a 30-year fixed, a 15-year fixed, a 30-year FHA, a 30-year jumbo, and a 5/1 adjustable rate mortgage. And if you don't know what a 5/1 adjustable rate mortgage is by now, it is interest only, fixed for 5 years, then adjust every single year according to the cap on your product and the market rate. Now this is the updated rate as of 5/6/2022. The 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.64%. That is 0.02% increase from 1 day ago, 0.23% increase from 1 week ago, 0.56% increase from 1 month ago, and 2.55% increase from 1 year ago. 15-year fix will be sitting at 4.91%. That is 0.01% increase from 1 day ago, 0.07% increase from 1 week ago, 0.63% increase from 1 month ago, and 2.40% increase from 1 year ago. 30-year FHA will be sitting at 5.20%. That is 0.01% increase from 1 day ago, 0.32% increase from 1 week ago, 0.52% increase from 1 month ago, and 2.61% increase from 1 year ago. 30-year jumbo will be sitting at 4.75%. That is no change from yesterday, 0.19% increase from 1 week ago, 0.35% increase from 1 month ago, and 1.62% increase from 1 year ago. 5/1 adjustable rate mortgage will be sitting at 4.68%. That is 0.01% increase, or better pricing than yesterday, 0.3% increase from 1 week ago, 0.63% increase from 1 month ago, and 2.31% increase from 1 year ago. That is all going to be our 52-week range high, which is actually not a 52-week range high. These are the highest rates we've had in over a decade. Now the job market has come out, and it's been released that U.S. jobs post robust gains date after mixed inflation signs. A total of 428,000 jobs in the month of April, matching prior month, has been increased, but yet unemployment still remains the same at 3.6%, while participation has declined. Now, where are we at on the job market exactly? Like, the total non-payroll employment increased by 428%, or 428,000 jobs in April, and the unemployment rate was unchanged at 3.6%. Now, I guess the biggest question is exactly where are these jobs at, what was increased, and where were we at? The job increases were in these total 9 categories. The total unfarm payroll employment rose by 428,000 jobs in April. Employment in leisure and hospitality increased by 78,000 jobs in April. Well, that's an obvious, because everybody is getting back to things. The world is kind of, normalizing itself and getting back to, being able to go to do your little trips to Cancun, your Cuba, which is a beautiful area. If you're getting a chance to go to either Cuba or you're going to go to Mexico, do yourself a favor. Go to Cuba, go to Dominican Republic, Colombia. Those places are a lot of fun. Or if you really, really want to get a little bit crazy, go to Croatia. Croatia is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to, aside from Greece. You should definitely check that out. Manufacturing jobs have added 55,000 jobs. Employment in transportation and warehouse has rose by 52,000 jobs. Now, these are all obvious jobs that are going to start to increase, because the pandemic has put those in such a chokehold and kind of like just ruined them for such a long time, that now it's just an obvious thing to go ahead and increase the total staff in that. But by all means, in the mortgaging industry, we're totally different. In the mortgage industry, majority of mortgage companies, except for this beautiful man, I do not lay off yet. I have not laid off a single person. I will try my best. That's why it's sometimes it's important to keep more of like a quality team on smaller numbers rather than bigger numbers. Like, 'cause I could have added thousands of jobs and started just getting a bunch of originators on board, but I hate laying off, so that's why we stay relatively small. Financial activities has added 35,000 jobs. Now that is going to be in your insurance carriers, that's going to be in your investments, that's going to be in your banks, because most of these jobs, all these jobs, for the most part, aside from healthcare, which healthcare has employed 34,000 jobs. Now, all these jobs were all basically, hindered by the pandemic thing. So now everybody is trying to play catch up. But healthcare workers, this is a good one. Why it's been increased, because healthcare workers in the past couple of years have been so overworked, and they, the amount of personal protection equipment that they have to put on, it's affected a lot of people. Now, here's a statistic that I'll try to find, but if I don't, we'll forget about it. But majority of people that were on this whole entire PPE thing, where they were trying to do so much, this has actually caused a negative effect on a lot of people because of claustrophobia. People have found this new effect of claustrophobia where they're putting on this mask and it's harder for them to breathe. It's harder for them to go out and do, doing 8 to 10 hour shifts. That's extremely difficult, especially when you're in a place where your job is related, associated currently to this virus, this stupid goddamn virus that just messed everything else. Now, retail employment. Now, this is your Bloomingdale's, your Nordstrom Rack, your, wherever you shop, we're Middle Eastern. I'm a Middle Eastern from Afghanistan. Zara, we just killed Zara left and right. Employment in retail trade increased by 29,000 jobs. Wholesale trade employment increased by 22,000 jobs. And mining by all means, if you ever want to get into a career field that pays relatively well, it's a lot harder work, but they pay really, really good. Has rose to 9,000 jobs. I think the average salary for a mining job is between $90,000 and $110,000. It's a really, really good job. Now, the average hourly earnings for each employee has rose by 10%, which is absolute crap. It's nothing compared to exactly how inflation has gone, and the cost of goods now. It's not enough. It's either you got to do one or two things. It's either you got to start raising the payroll rates to go ahead and compensate for exactly the total amount of cost of living right now, or something has to give. You have to go ahead and drop it. So where are we going to go ahead and go? Now, this is a lot of different factors in it, because this is like a learning curve, right? This is a big learning curve because you have such a reliance on outsourced material and goods, like for China and other places that China right now has gone into another lockdown, that it affects us negatively, where it makes all our price of goods so much more expensive, and that is a big bitch. So that's why everybody is in that position right now where everything is so expensive that you're like, what do I do? And to only increase a total of average wages across the board by 0.1 of a dollar, 10 cents, that's just unacceptable. So it's got to be a one way or another. Somebody's got to figure something out. I'm not sure exactly what that would be or how that would go ahead and happen, but it was really, really good back in 2019. Changed my mind. Anything before 2019. But that's your mortgage rate update. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment for up to 50% commission rebate on your next real estate purchase, 0% listing on selling your current home or any mortgaging assistance. A link in the description below. If you like the intro music, enjoy the rest of it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it through the rest of the music, the rest of the video, and until next video, guys, I'm glad this week is over, and I hope I have better news on Monday. But till the next video, guys, I appreciate you watching. Peace.